Ali Daily News, September 9, 2022. UK's King Charles III to address nation as world mourns Queen Elizabeth II. The United Kingdom began a period of mourning after Queen Elizabeth II failed history. Medications for her burial have halted corridor of British public life, including sports games and the Bank of England's financial policy meeting. Meanwhile, paeans from world leaders have poured in. U.S. President Joe Biden called the Queen a source of comfort and pride for generations of Britons, while Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi said she externalized quality and decency in public life. Queen Elizabeth's son King Charles I will address the UK moment and is anticipated to hold an followership with Liz Truss, who came the country's High Minister 3 days agone. His sanctioned accession to the throne and proclamation as a monarch are anticipated hereafter. North Korea codifies right to preemptive nuclear strikes in law. The new law poses a challenge to U.S. sweats to prompt Pyongyang to mechanize. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said the law means there can be no logrolling over nuclear munitions. China, India, Chinese and Indian colors are pulling back from a disputed border area in the western Himalayas ahead of a peak in Uzbekistan coming week that the country's leaders are set to attend. The World Next Week podcast trials the peak in Uzbekistan. UN chief visits Pakistan to appeal for flood relief. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres's two-day visit to Pakistan comes after the United Nations launched a flash appeal for $160 million in aid for the country. India New Delhi blazoned import controls on several types of rice as part of sweats to alleviate food instability and limit affectation. India is the world's top rice exporter. Egypt charges 4 journalists from independent news website Mada Masr said its journalists were charged with spreading false news, disturbing public peace, libel, and vilification after publishing a composition about links between a pro-government political party and a corruption case. United States blazoned new warrants on Iranian companies it said handed drones to Russia. The World Health Organization announces $1.5 billion vaccination campaign against bacterial meningitis. The World Health Organization estimates that the plan could save more than 140,000 people's lives in Africa each year. The campaign aims to roll out a new vaccine next year. Angola, opposition parties called for protests after the Constitutional Court ruled to dismiss their challenge to the results of the general election last month. Ukraine claims advances in counteroffensive. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Ukrainian colors have reacquired further than 000 square kilometers (386 square miles) of Russia-enthralled home this month. For Foreign Affairs, Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba explains Kyiv's proposition of POM. Argentine authorities charge girlfriend for attempt to kill vice president. A man refocused a gun at Vice President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner last week and pulled the detector, but it didn't fire. Canada. The country agreed to migrate 1,000 Afghans who have been held at an exile center in the United Arab Emirates since the Taliban returned to power last time, Reuters reported. Talks on Indo-Pacific Economic Framework kick off in Los Angeles. Ministers from 14 countries are attending the addresses, which aim to advance Washington's profitable policy in the Indo-Pacific. CFR's Enu Manik explains the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, the Biden administration's first big trade play. Please subscribe if you like our daily news. Thank you.